It's possible to walk through the fantasy world of The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings right here in Switzerland. Even though the films based on Tolkien's books were shot in New Zealand, The Hobbit was partly inspired by a Swiss trip Tolkien took in 1911 when the author was 19. With 11 companions, he travelled from Interlaken to Zermatt. The world's only museum dedicated to the author is in the eastern Swiss town of Chur.
From my experience of working at the museum, it's here that people tend to discover that Tolkien travelled around Switzerland. There are family books, which show photos of Tolkien, his guide, his aunt, and his brother travelling across the country.
And there are many signs that the fantastic universe of Middle-earth was inspired by Switzerland. Celebdil, or Silvertine, could well be based on the Silberhorn mountain. In The Lord of the Rings, this was a peak where the magician Gandalf confronted the Balrog monster. The Bernese Alps, long popular with English tourists, were also central to Tolkien's works. The landscape of the area provided the concept and model for his sketches and watercolours of the fictitious valley of Rivendell.
These are Tolkien's drawings. People are often unaware that Tolkien did the sketches for his books himself. In The Hobbit, this sketch of a mountain pass is a lot like the Aletsch one, don't you think?
And the things that happened to Tolkien in Switzerland seem to have made a big impression on him.
He was caught up in a rock slide, for example, which almost killed him. If he hadn't been tethered, he certainly would have fallen into a crevice. You can find that episode recreated in his books, in the Battle of the Giants. It includes a terrible storm that he experienced in the Bernese Alps. In Tolkien's letters to his son, he says quite clearly that a part of The Hobbit is based on his Swiss journey.
Travel agencies are cashing in on the Tolkien-Swiss connection. La Trace Bleue hiking group organises 10-day tours on the trail of the author.
It's for
advanced ramblers who are not afraid of making the effort to go off the beaten track and experience something a bit different.
Tourist officials are happy with any visitors Tolkien brings their way.
We are very proud that he was inspired by our scenery. It could attract Tolkien fans because this place is full of energy.
It's even claimed that the black speech Tolkien created is based on the local Swiss dialect.
The people of Upper Valais are said to be the originators of black speech, and you can understand why Tolkien didn't want to develop this too much.
Tolkien's journey took him as far as the Matterhorn, and his hero, the Hobbit, also finished his trip on a lonely mountain. So without Switzerland, there may never have been a Hobbit.